What's up, fellas? Welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. Are you guys ready for week 6? I'm ready for week 6. I think I'm going to have a good week. I think I'm going to have a very good week 6. How's that game? That was a great Thursday night game, wasn't it, guys? Snooze fest, snoozeville.com. Freaking 12-7, right? 12-7. I knew when at probably middle of the first quarter, I like, this is gonna suck. And it sucked. 0-0 and everything else. But you win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day. I don't know why I said that. A lot of y'all probably don't know where that's from, but a lot of y'all probably do though. Let me know if you know where that's from in the comments. But hope everybody doing good. Hope you guys are doing well, not only in fantasy football, in your personal lives as well. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I am beat, man. Freaking work been getting the butt out the duck with me, but hey, it's all good. I'm here and I'm alive and well. I enjoyed the game last night. Let me tell you something before I start talking about the game. I think I've cracked the code. All right. I be putting my underdog bets, and I put them on a community tab for you guys to see. I had the over on Brian Robinson, had the over on Montgomery, and the only one that failed me was that damn Cole Kmet. I should have known he couldn't get over 29.5 receiving yards. But that's my fault. Because something told me to go ahead and just say screw it and then do Justin Fields over the rushing yards. I feel like that's the key to do the rushing yards overs for the for the quarterbacks, because they usually beat that range. So I'm gonna keep going, but I ain't gonna do nothing stupid. I ain't doing that $50 no more. I need to catch up. I'm about 200 in the red, but I'm gonna get out the red. Probably instead of betting the 3 on a particular game, you can do the whole slate like on Sunday. So you can pick what you like. You can make 1 or 2 out, 1 o'clock games to 4 o'clock games. So you can really go for the ones that you believe it's gonna hit. So, I'm probably gonna do it like that this time. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. I want to talk about trades. As you see, I put trades in the title. As you guys know, a couple of you guys didn't hit me up about trades, this, that, and the other, and vast majority of the time I say no. I don't rock with it, don't approve of it, but it's your team, do what you want to do. But I'm gonna tell you why I don't like trades. I'm not gonna say I don't like trades. Why I'm not a trader. Why I don't take to trades, okay? There's a little bit of history that goes back to it. Again, welcome back to Flawless Fantasy Football. And if you're new, press like if you like the video, comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe, man. This is a real platform here with fantasy football, over 2.5 decades of fantasy football knowledge that I'm here giving you here for the free ski. That none of the other platforms are going to tell you. Because they like to stick together. And they're not willing to take a chance. Not just take a chance, but, take an educated chance, from with experience. But nevertheless, I don't like trades. I'm going to tell you, it was this year back in 2000. This is a fellowship, by the way, so I'm just loosely talking to you guys. It was back in 2000, I want to say 11, okay? Because in my league back in Fly Like an Eagle, it was not going postal, but it was a Fly Like an Eagle league that got started in 2001. With the plaque here, right? The one that I'm the 4-time winner in, established since 2001. That was the first winner. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. He had an advantage over us, but nevertheless, that's out of the question. Bear with me, guys. But it was 2011, and I had a nice team. I'll be honest with you, I looked it up on Facebook. I looked through my, I don't say memories, but looked up through my history, and I was able to see it, I'm gonna do my best to edit it and put it in the video for you guys to see how I was rocking 12 years ago. Oh, well, 11 years ago, basically. I had drafted this team. Let me grab my other phone. I had drafted this team, and I had this thing that I did. I'll put it up. I'm just doing this so I could probably know when to post it up. It was at my house at the time I was living in. I used to have this printer with paper, this printer with digital paper or whatever, photography paper, and I used to print out pictures of my fantasy players. And I used to put them in a frame. And that year in 2011, I had my team was Drew Brees. I believe I drafted him in the first, maybe second round, but I know I drafted him early, first or second. It's back when Drew Brees was being Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So Michael Turner, Rashard Mendenhall, Dwayne Bowe, Ocho Cinco, Percy Harvin, Tony Gonzalez, and we had IDPs, so we had individual defensive players. So we played with a defensive lineman, a linebacker, and a secondary person, either safety or a cornerback, along with the defense, obviously. But I used to actually put my teams in a frame. Put my players in frames, and I would put them up on the wall. And that was my way of having like mojo, and for my team can do well. You know, I did that for years, man, handful of years. You know, y'all think I got a fat head here, Josh Allen, but I had a fat head of Tony Romo, and Marion Barber, the late Marion Barber, had him up there along with some guys around Tony Romo. That was an apartment I had back. Man, look, when I say fantasy history, man, I'm serious, man. It was crazy like that. You know, I was real deep into fantasy. I was like a true fan, kind of like how the vast majority of people are now. And true, I'm a fan, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you know, I know what it is. You know, so I don't really get geeked up too much about it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of hold it together because, you know, I've been there for a long time, you know. But I used to put it up there. I used to put it on the wall. And if I have a change of heart of wide receiver, I'll take him down and put somebody else up there. But the reason why I don't do trades is because looking at this picture, I had Breeze as my starter, and I had Michael Turner was in with Atlanta. He's my RB1, and I had Mendenhall. Mendenhall was doing great. I was in first place. Long story short, let me get to the meme takes. Long story short, I was like, it was after 6 weeks. I was in first place. I think I was 5-1, or maybe it was week 7. I was in first place, but someone was tied in first place with me in second place, but I had way more points. But I was greedy, or maybe I was in sole possession, but I got greedy. Because back then, Tomlin, as a young coach, I think it was Tomlin, back 2011. No, maybe it wasn't Tomlin. Maybe it was the freaking other homeboy. I don't know, whoever the coach was in 2011. He used to give the ball he used to always, whenever he get down to the end zone 5-3, he'd give Mendenhall one shot. A lot of times he didn't get one shot, and they get down there like the 2, they'll throw it in. Mendenhall used to play against Cleveland. Cleveland sucked. Mendenhall would have like 16 carries. He'd average well, but he just would not give him the ball. It was very sporadic when he gave the touchdown. And I'm like, this dude was a RB1. Low end at the, at the end of the day, but in between 7 and 11 easily. But I just got this, I couldn't take it anymore. So what I ended up doing was, it was a running back for Raiders. Forget that dude's name. Yeah, okay, got it. Darren McFadden. Darren McFadden was tearing up the league. He was rushing on the Jets, and Jets had a great defense and everything that year. And I think he was like the running back number 4 overall. He was having hella good points, a lot of points. And obviously that was a standard league back then. And he had got hurt, right? He had a little foot injury, but they were saying he's supposed to have to miss like 1 game, maybe 2. So I was like, screw that. I went and offered one of my homeboys, Greg. I sent him Mendenhall for Darren McFadden. Now he got all them points in that juice from Darren McFadden. And I guess he took a long time to answer the trade. I think it took like 2.5 days. and he finally accepted. Well, he didn't win that year. Greg, his team was called Laces Out. He didn't win that year, but the two, and I figured I had Brandon Jacobs and then some other guys. So I could use them as my RB2s. But the games I used those guys in which I needed Mendenhall. Mendenhall popped for 19 and 21 points in each of those games that I needed him in, and I lost by single digits. So I lost 2 games because of it. And I lost the league by either 1 game or I was tied with first place but had less points. No, I'm sorry. I lost it by 1 game, but I had more points than the person that actually won the league, my cousin, Cable Guy. But my point is I traded away a championship, and that stuck with me. It freaking stuck with me. It was like I felt like I was being greedy. I see everything's here. I'm on the top of the leaderboard, but I got greedy. I'm not going to lie. This happened 11 years ago, but it still resonates with me today. So if it ain't broke, I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to try to fix it. Now, there's been times when I've made trades. I was in a league last year where I'm in the Sky's the Limit league, and I made a trade last year. I believe it was that league. But I made a trade last year. No, I'm sorry. It was in the Fly Like an Eagle League because it was the last year of that. I came in second, remember? Okay. But I made a trade. Trade didn't help me. Really, it didn't help me. But trade is not necessary to me because as you guys see, if I draft somebody, especially if I draft in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round, before I start getting my flyers like Gainwell and this and that, I want those guys. And I don't, especially at this point in time in my fantasy career, I'm not in the business of passing these guys off. If they ain't no good to me, I'm going to cut them or I'm going to stick with them. Like, I have to tell you guys a lot of time, after 1 week, you guys got to exercise some patience, like, what's the guy from Lazard Lazard didn't play or Mike gave me this. I'm like, so what? Look, what the dude for Minnesota wide receiver, he had 2 clunker freaking games. It happens, man. Wide receivers are volatile. But Lazard, like I say, he's had 100 yards or a touchdown in each of his freaking 4 games that he played that he missed. And then we already know Mike Williams, a low-end wide receiver 1. He's like wide receiver 10 or 11 overall in half-point PPR. So it ain't how you start, it's how you finish, So, and we already know about Gabe. Man, Gabe's going to give us some nice juice. Nice juice Sunday afternoon. So, along with Josh. But yeah, I don't really take to catering that, take to trading that often. I'm kind of loopy, so bear with me. So that's just the deal. I'm not totally against it, but it has to make sense. I've had some people come to me, had a couple of y'all come to me, text me or either hit me up in the in the comment section, ask me about this trade or that trade, trading this guy, I don't know, Deontay Johnson in a piece for Mike Williams and some BS piece. I'm like, don't you ever come to me asking me about letting go Mike Williams. It's like, for what? Because you want a freaking Deontay Johnson? What kind of effing crap is that? See, people are so hooked up on these little cutely freaking names and shit. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But, it's like, oh, Zeke, I got Zeke. Not you guys, but I got Zeke. I'm like, Zeke's freaking washed. Who the hell wants Zeke? But guess what? Those other platforms out there was telling people to get Zeke. I'm like, man, you don't draft Zeke. Ain't no ceiling there. But anyway, and people are seeing that now. But yeah, so that was the deal. I put some pictures up. Hopefully, everyone's edited and put some pictures up so you can kind of see and read and you saw how one of the grand entrances I did. Now, after I traded away a championship, because I always say I traded away a championship because I gave it away in 2011. I came right back. I wanted to get that bad taste out of my mouth. And in 12, profit, and 13, I went back to back. Hold tight. Yeah, my little order got to the door. But so yeah, that's how I feel about trading. Because I traded with a championship when I would have stayed put. now I would have won a championship. Now, would I have won a three-peat? I doubt it, to be honest with you. Because all off season I was festering. And I just wanted to make sure that I won the championship the next year. And I believe the next year is actually when I picked. I don't know if I picked some quarterback in the first round. I tried to go back to those leagues in myfantasyleague.com so I can screenshot those and show you to them. Maybe I do that in another video. But, I've been doing this first round and second round quarterback thing for a long time. And it's been working. So, yeah. That's why I don't trade like that. So, sorry, guys. I'm long-winded today. That's just how it's going to be. Brian Robinson had 17 carries for 60 yards. And he had the touchdown. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to make a video about Brian Robinson. I'm not going to tell y'all what it's about. But I don't take too kindly what the NFL did. So I'll just say it like that. Nasty, ugly game. And that was that. Jonathan Taylor is officially questionable. I don't know what officially questionable means, but he practiced in full Thursday and Friday, so he should play. Naheem Hines is questionable. Don't know if he's going to play or not. Probably will. I think he missed the game. No, he got hurt the earlier part of the game. So I don't know if he's going to miss a week or not, but that was the Thursday night game, so he did have extra time. Julio Jones is doubtful. What? Stop. Let me apologize. I'm sorry for saying Julio Jones is doubtful. Listen, whenever I give any type of news and notes, I am only going to talk about relevant stuff. Not going to talk about relevant stuff. Julio Jones is not relevant. Don't even know why I freaking wrote this crap down. So I'm not going to talk about nonsense like that. Of course, we know Michael Thomas is ruled out. I see another big game coming from the tight end. Kamara may do a little something. I don't know if any of you guys have Kamara, but I don't have him anywhere. He just went into business picking him. So we'll see what happens week 6 versus Cincinnati with tight end. I have him in one of the leagues. I need that big blow up game like that. Maybe I can bring you guys another 3-0. I don't know. Don't hold me on it. The Steelers secondary is banged up. You got Mika Fitzpatrick. He's out. 2 of the other quarterbacks are out, man. So I think Tom Brady's going to have a nice little day dumping it off to freaking big boy Fournette and freaking the wide receivers. And, obviously, Mr. Evans probably get it to you for sure. Let's check out if any of you guys got Pat Freiermuth. Keep an eye on him and see if he gets into the game. Bateman is ruled out because of his foot. And they say Cooper Kupp had a foot issue as well. I don't believe this. I don't believe it. They just want to say something about Cooper Kupp, man. Cooper Kupp ain't missing no damn game. He never all damn Cooper Kupp. Talk about some questionable. Cam Akers is out. They say he's going to miss the game because of personal reasons. And so Darrell Henderson should have the vast majority of the snaps. I don't know. Somebody else got to be able to help him because he'll glass out his damn self. And Dawson Knox is off the injury report. So Josh Allen should have everybody at his disposal. And Kyle Pitts, he's questionable. Y'all saw that. Y'all make sure y'all like and share. Even share it in places that it can get some exposure to make people may like it. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily where your league mates or anything be at. That video when I put about the wide receivers that I endorsed based on saying how the YouTube short I did prior to this video. When if they would have went my philosophy help avoid those pitfalls, those cow pitfalls. See what I did there? Cow pitfalls. Okay, all right. Okay, y'all can tell I'm sleeping a while. All right. And T. Higgins is back to practice. I'm glad he didn't play because I beat him in one of my leagues. And sky's the limit. Olave was seen at practice, but I don't know. We got to check on him too to make sure he plays. If he plays, I guess you got to play him. They ain't got nobody else to throw the ball. Mike Thomas is not there, so if he plays, you got to play him. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to be doing another video basically on with quarterbacks. So saying about how drafting Josh Allen early, and how you evolve, how you would avoid pitfalls of other quarterbacks that a lot of people fell into those pitfalls. So yeah, guys, I appreciate it. Just want to do some fellowshipping with y'all and touch base with you and just share my little experiences about Why I don't really particularly care for trading, because I also believe in the people that I draft. You know, I just don't draft aimlessly and wildly, especially with the experience and knowledge that I have. So if I drafted them for a reason. So I like to see it through. All right. So this your boy Flawless, and you've completed another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. Thanks for checking me out. Make sure to like the video. That's the only thing I'm charging you, man. I'm charging you. Look, as I'm looking, I can see the views, and then I can see the likes. So the views got to be comparable to the likes. All right. Y'all getting fantasy football stuff for the free ski that these other clowns are paying for freaking knowledge that got like a quarter of the knowledge I got. Think about it. Think about it. Y'all must have been living right. Y'all been blessed. All right, so let's have a great time week 6. Flawless Fantasy Football, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Fantasy football is not a science. We killing it over here, and we going to keep killing them. Flawless Fantasy Football. Holla at your boy. Peace.